If you're new to data science, you may stuck in choosing the best language for data science. And in this video, I'm going to talk about Python, which is the greatest language so far for data science. To explain the features of Python, let me first go back to a little bit history of Python from where it started. It basically starts in 1980s. It was introduced first in 1980s, but with constant improvements and a lot of bug fixes, it was officially launched in 1989, 9 years later. It was created by Guido van Rossum, and it is open source, which means it is accessible to everyone. Even though it's open source, it can be used for commercial purpose. The main goal of Python was to keep the code easier to use and understand. Its huge library enables data scientists to work faster with the ready-to-use tools. It is dynamically typed, so the variables that you are defining, they are defined automatically. You need not to set the type. Whatever the contents entering in, the type will be defined automatically. It is more readable and uses lesser code to perform the same task as compared to other programming languages. It is flexible, portable, and can run on any platform easily. It is scalable and can be integrated with other third-party software easily. Python programming is easy to use and has a simple and fast learning curve. New data scientists can easily understand Python with its easy-to-use syntax and better readability. So that's what this point is. Basically, it's really a beginner friendly. If you're new to programming, well, Python offers you very easy environment to go on. It also provides plenty of data processing tools that help in better handling the data. Python is important for data scientists because it provides a vast variety of applications used in data science. It also provides more flexibility in the field of machine learning and deep learning. It has a lot of packages like TensorFlow, Keras, Theano that is helping data scientists to develop specifically the trending deep learning algorithms very, very quickly. So basically the sport of machine learning and deep learning is huge in Python. That's huge. As is the case with many other programming languages, it's the available libraries that lead to Python's success. Around 72,000 available packages in Python package index, sometimes called PyPy, Python Python package index, PyPy. Around 72,000 packages are available, and they are growing constantly. So huge number of packages, mature packages are available. It is free, open source, and consequently anyone can write a library package to extend its functionality. Data science has become an early beneficiary of these, particularly pandas, the big daddy of all of them. The other great thing about Python is there are millions of users who are happy to offer advice or suggestions when you get stuck in something. Chances are someone else has been stuck there first. So a lot of community is there, a lot of packages are there, it's open source, it's easy to use, it's easy to learn, it's simple, it's readable, more close to human language, it's high level language. You code less, you do more. I mean, you write a very few lines of codes and you achieve a lot of work. I've spoken a lot of words here to explain that Python really is best suited language for data science. But let me introduce you some statistics about Python, the popularity of Python with respect to its use and with respect to the job opportunities that are there in Python. So, for example, if you see this chart, In the ranking of top 10 languages, Python stays at the top. So that's the latest statistic collected in 2019, February 2019. And out of the total share of the languages, I mean, around 26% just goes for Python. And the trend is moving up, which means the people are more interested in Python. I mean, the trend of using Python is getting larger and larger as compared to several other languages like Java, JavaScript, C Sharp, PHP, C, R, Objective-C, Swift, and MATLAB. I mean, many of them are used for data science, but Python stays at the top. I mean, this is that popular language. And further, if you see, for example, the job opportunities in Python, so that says, I mean, different companies like Facebook, Twitter, and I mean Google and several different companies. This actually graph shows from 2014 onwards that the job opportunities and job postings are in different languages are at what amount. And you can see the graph of Python, although starting a bit low, but then stays up and stays up, which means if you see the numbers, 85% of the total jobs, they're just for Python. And not only, I mean, Python is not just for data science. It's a general purpose programming language. It's open source. It can be used to perform any kind of task, for embedded programming, for posting I mean codes or embedding code on Raspberry Pi, for web development and whatnot. You can do the desktop development on it. You can use the web development on it. You can use the data science. I mean this is general purpose programming language. In other disciplines too, it is performing very well. But data science, it is almost the default language today. I mean, if you're going to learn data science really, we need Python. I mean, Python really is the choice, the default choice, and we need it. And in this particular course, we are going to introduce Python to you with all aspects. I mean, we will start from the very beginning level, and we will gradually move towards the very advanced programming in Python, including the introduction to the data science packages like pandas and matplotlib for visualizations and numpy for handling numeric data and stuff like so. In this particular course, we are really going to teach you Python, and we are not assuming you have any programming experience before. And this is one plus of Python. I mean, whether you're an engineer, you're coming from health sciences, you're coming from biology, you're coming from arts, humanities, or from wherever, Python is something that is very easy to get hands on. So if you're not assuming that you have any programming background, you have any data science background, nothing. So we will start from the zero and we will gradually move to 200. So, and including the introduction to the data science packages. So Python is the best. It is the default. If you're going to work in data science, Python is the default. And we are going to introduce you Python from the very beginning to the very professional. So hope to see you in this course. Okay, before actually discussing the best IDE for Python and particularly for data science, let's first discuss what an IDE is. As you start your coding journey, many of you prefer coding in a text editor, maybe like Notepad++, where you write the code and then open a terminal window to execute your code. When there is an error detected in your code, you switch back to the text editor, correct your errors, typos, and run the code again in the terminal. Everything is fine. Typically for large-scale problems, however, you not only have to code, but you also need to make sure your code works in all scenarios, which means you also need a testing module. Many times you have multiple coding and testing files. And switching between editor and terminal often becomes both confusing and inefficient. So an environment is needed where you can write, you can run and play with your code all at one place. So the one that provides you with the capability of not just coding, not just writing the code, but also testing your code, running your code, highlighting your syntax, bracket matching, auto completion, debugging your code, code suggestions, and many more features. That is called an IDE, or Integrated Development Environment. Now, there are several IDEs for different languages. For Python, there are several IDEs. For example, Jupyter Notebook is an IDE, PyCharm is an IDE, Spider is an IDE, and Thought Canopy, Vim, Atom, and there are a lot more. There are several of them. Now the question is, for data science in particular, what IDE is the best, or what people suggest to be the best? So before actually showing you the statistics that which one is the best, before actually showing you the actual numbers, the statistical numbers that shows which one is better over the other, let me just go through a few of them, few of IDEs and their features and stuff, and then we will move to statistics and some numbers that will show that which one is better over the other. So let me start with this Jupyter Notebook. For the past couple of years, Jupyter Notebook has been gaining a lot of popularity in terms of coding and debugging. Notebooks have been redefining the concepts of an IDE and are adding more and more features onto it. Jupyter was introduced in 2014 after its predecessor IPython, and from that date, it is really considered to be a bliss in the coding community. Jupyter stands for, some people say Jupyter stands for Julia Python R, but that acronym does not mean just this. Jupyter Notebook today is supporting more than Julia Python and R. And by the way, this Julia Python R and R, all these are open source languages and they are best suited for data science. This Jupyter Notebook, it has Markdown editor. It allows you to write HTML code. It allows you to write LaTeX in it. A lot more. Further, this Jupyter Notebook, it's a web application-based server client structure, which is easy to use and allows you create, analyze, and manipulate documents. And all these documents are in the form of notebooks. Since it's a web interface, it can integrate with many of the existing web libraries, for example, for data visualization. Jupyter has so many functionalities. You can write formula using LaTeX, run a Python code and visualization. For example, a raw audio signal using matplotlib plotting library, all in the same notebook. Jupyter Notebook is not just an IDE, but it's widely used in an educational tool for presentation and even for writing blogs. You can export your notebook from IPython notebook format to PDF or to HTML or even to .py, which is the Python file. The user interface of Jupyter makes it a favorite tool, especially amongst the data science community. And one plus of this Jupyter is it's very quick to start. Very easy and very quick to start. Not much rocket science to write your first code. You want to write your hello world, it's very, very quick in Jupyter to go and do that. PyCharm, if I discuss PyCharm, however, if I discuss some of its properties, let me just discuss first that the PyCharm is by the company JetBeans. And if you have never used JetBeans' other IDEs like Java IDE, then running your first code successfully can eat up a little bit of your time. Actually, a lot amount of your time maybe. Such as, setting an interpreter, PyCharm. PyCharm, however, is much better for working with multiple scripts, handling multiple files and linking them together, and huge large-scale coding projects. The good thing about PyCharm is it supports Anaconda, and as a result, all the packages that fall under Anaconda are supported by PyCharm as well, and those packages including NumPy, SciPy, Matplotlib, and so on. Just like other IDEs, PyCharm has a powerful debugger with a graphical interface. It offers JIT integration. It has secure shell terminal and variant control system. Python IDE is customizable, which allows you to choose between different themes, color schemes, and key binding and whatnot. Additionally, PyCharm lets you add plugins for non-Pythonic files, and these plugins take care of indentation, highlighting the errors, and keywords just on the fly. So PyCharm is also providing, a huge support for coding Python. But the one bad thing about PyCharm, which is not that bad, but one bad thing is it is memory intensive. It eats up a lot of memory. It's a heavy thing. And secondly, getting started with PyCharm is not that quick. It takes a lot of time to just go with that. Spider, however, is a lightweight open source IDE. Oh, by the way, this PyCharm is not. It has professional edition and a community edition, and it is not open source completely. Spider, however, is a lightweight open source IDE that comes pre-installed with Anaconda, and it was built mainly for data science practitioners and engineers. Its look and feel is much like MATLAB. So if you're a MATLAB programmer, if you've used MATLAB before, you switch to Spider and you get, much look and feel the same. Canopy, by the way, the Anthought Canopy also has roughly the same look and feel as MATLAB. But Spider was built for data science community. It is integrated with essential data-centric libraries like NumPy, SciPy, Matplotlib, Pandas, IPython, and whatnot. The built-in capabilities can be extended further by plugins and APIs. Spider contains features like text editor with syntax highlighting, code completion, static code analysis, debugging, variable exploring. It also has profiler that recursively determines the runtime and number of calls for every function and methods called in a file. And there is Anthought Canopy, there is a Vim, there is Atom, there are a whole lot of IDEs just for Python language. But the question really is, being a data scientist, which one should you choose? Being a beginner, which one should you choose? Even for professionals, if you want to stay in data science, which IDE will you prefer over the other? There are so many of them. I have just described 3 or 4 of them. So let's see some stats based on popularity of different IDEs for data science, and then decide which one is better over the other. So for example, this analysis, the chart I'm showing here, this analysis was done by T.Nagar, and this is the link for that. And it shows that the most popular Python editors till December 2018. And you can see that the Jupyter is at the top. The second is PyCharm, then Spider, then Visual Studio Code, then Sublime Text, then Atom, Vim, and there are so many others. But Jupyter is at the top. And this is for, these all are listed with respect to the data science community. So in the data science community, which Python IDE is best over the other? And Jupyter is at the top. It is way out. And one reason to this is its simplicity. It's supporting to so many different formats. It makes an interactive document. It makes a web page that is interactive. You can just change the code. You can make another web page and so on. You can run it on a local system. You can run it online as server-based system and whatnot. It has so much flexibility and very quick start and easy to use. If you, for example, see the popularity of Python IDEs with respect to the employment, then you can see overall the Jupyter is winner as compared to PyCharm, Spider, Visual Studio Code, and Sublime. If you see company or self-employed, still the Jupyter is way out, it is winner. If you see for in a student perspective, Jupyter is the choice. If you go to academia or university, Jupyter is the choice. If you are working with government or nonprofit, Jupyter is the choice. I mean, Jupyter is kind of outlier. It is staying at the top everywhere. Further, if you analyze the popularity of Python IDEs with respect to regions, for example, again overall, Jupyter is a winner. If you see US or Canada, Jupyter is mostly used. Europe, Jupyter is the winner. Asia, Jupyter is the winner. America, Jupyter is the winner. Africa and Middle East, Jupyter. Australia, New Zealand, Jupyter. I mean, these numbers are suggesting that Jupyter is at the top. Not just at the top, it's easy. I mean, and maybe that's one reason why Jupyter stands on the top for the data science. So these numbers and these all statistics suggest that we should use Jupyter Notebook for Python, and we will be doing that. In fact, for this particular course, we'll be working on Jupyter for all kind of coding. And in the next video, I'll be just showing you how to install Jupyter environment, how to install basically Python and how to run Jupyter for the first time from it. So hope to see you in the next video.